Hello, and welcome to the webinar. Thanks for logging in. I'm excited you're joining us today. My name is Dean Farrar, CEO of Longhouse Wealth Management. I'll be presenting this webinar for you. Just a quick note, you can pause the presentation at any time to review a topic or slide we've covered. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce our Chief Investment Officer, John Ferraro. He's a registered investment advisor with over 40 years of market experience. Next is me. I'm also a registered investment advisor and co-owner of Longhouse Wealth Management. The next two slides are important legal disclosures. If you'd like to read them, please pause the presentation and you can review them at your own pace. Our industry is regulated by the following authorities: the SEC, FINRA, and different state administrators. Their role is to protect you, the investor. At Longhouse Wealth Management, we're fee-only advisors, and that saves you money. By not being commission-based, we keep your expenses low, which helps keep your account meet your investment goals faster. Why is this so important? Simple. The price of things is constantly rising, and your account has to perform well enough for you to keep up financially. So let's slow down for a second. Close your eyes and imagine how expensive life will be in 25 years. Picture yourself at the gas pump, paying $8 a gallon for gas in the future. Ouch! Seems expensive, doesn't it? Well, if the statistics and history are any indicator, and they are, the price of gas will likely cost that much. My question to you is this: how are you going to keep up financially? We think being invested in the market using our strategy is a great way to stay ahead of the constantly rising prices of the things you need, like food, gas, and medical services. Looking at this slide, in the last 5 years, the stock market has outperformed the yearly average increase in the cost of living by just less than 12%. So let's look at one of the main reasons that keeps investors from unlocking the earning power of the market. We believe it's the lack of an investment strategy that they have confidence in. The strategy that we use for our clients at Longhouse Wealth Management is named Smart Beta Portfolios. For those of you who aren't familiar with the term beta, it is a measure of stability in the stock market. Our Smart Beta Portfolios are designed with the best ETFs selected from a pool of thousands to meet your investment goals. Take a moment and read what our definition of best is. We also favor ETFs that are stable and participate in market gains. Unlike our competitors, we design your Smart Beta portfolio according to your goals, age, and appetite for risk. We understand not all investors are alike and have different goals and comfort levels with the market. We also realize that many of you are too busy to monitor your account regularly. We do all that for you, and it's up to us to ensure that your portfolio is staying on track to meet your goals. Now, let's take a look at how our Smart Beta portfolios perform against the market. Here's a one-year chart of 2018. The green line is the performance of our Smart Beta portfolio, and the red line is the performance of the S&P 500 index. For those of you who aren't familiar, the S&P 500 index is a collection of the 500 largest publicly traded companies in America. Notice during that correction around Christmas time how our Smart Beta portfolio only went down about half as much as the S&P 500? And then if you look at the end of the chart, portfolios are currently up more than 10%. But honestly, a year isn't really a big enough sample size in our opinion, so let's stretch that chart out to a 5-year period. Did you notice that 20% gain? That's how well our Smart Beta portfolio did against the S&P 500 index for the last 5 years. So what does that mean to you? That's an extra 4% a year in your pocket. Smart Beta portfolios are not only high performance, they're also designed to cost you less. Let's look at the power of reducing your investment expenses by just 1% over 35 years with $100,000 invested. Wow! An extra $250,000 earned. Expenses really do matter. What could you do with that $250,000 you saved using a Smart Beta portfolio? Now let's talk about the benefits of becoming a Longhouse Wealth Management client. The first step is to transfer your existing account or accounts into our preferred custodian. Did you know that Charles Schwab charges around 1.5% upfront, meaning if you transferred $250,000 to them, you'd pay more than $3,000 for the privilege to do so. At Longhouse, we do complimentary account transfers with no account minimums. We also open new accounts for free, too. A common misconception is that we hold the money you invest with us. We don't. Our federally insured custodian, Interactive Brokers, does. Interactive Brokers, preferred by professionals who also demand the highest security levels and lowest commissions, will be your custodian and be charged with keeping your accounts safe and secure. Some of the benefits you'll receive with your account are easy and secure access to it, and one free monthly wire transfer that normally costs $25 at other companies. Need access to your money quickly? Just send us a text. We do not limit access to your money. Opening your account with us is just the beginning. Once you open that account, we'll be monitoring it closely. Our clients, in addition to receiving superior investment portfolio management, also have access to these monthly services and activities to stay connected with us. Do you see any that you're interested in? Why switching to Longhouse Wealth Management is a great idea. First, our assets under management fee is half of what the industry charges. Second, we never limit access to your money. Third, rolling in your accounts or assets with us is always free. Fourth, as our client, you're a person, not a number. You'll have direct access to us whenever you have questions or concerns. And, as shown earlier, with smart beta portfolios, you'll be able to meet or exceed your investment goals using our winning strategy. Before we end the presentation, I'd like to ask you one last question. Are your current investments keeping up? Let us review your accounts, obligation free of course, and give you an honest, unbiased second opinion. You wouldn't take a doctor's recommendation for a major surgery without a second opinion. So why would you risk your financial health? Why switch to us? Our reward is to see you successful. Before we end here, I'd like to thank you for joining me during this presentation. If you have any questions that we didn't address during the webinar, give us a call or send us a text, and we'd be happy to discuss it with you. If you're ready to get started with us now, the best way is to call us at 949-542-2394 or 949-370-3379. Hope to hear from you soon.